Hello, hello? Hello, zombie? Ah, alright. Yep. I guess I'm hoping to finish Rogue Trader DLC today. Yep, that's the plan. Also, the start, the point that I stopped at last time is definitely going to be Middle Snooze first. Yeah, I'm genuinely impressed how they improved a space combat by adding a contesting objective. Oh, the planet is actually on fire now. Wait, what? You can see like the core exploding. Wait. Did the game bug out last time? And did not load all the VFXs properly? Because that's not how it looked last time. I remember it looked actually just a bunch of rocks flying into space. But now you can see the core and all the explosions. Alright. Yeah, this is much better. This is way better of a background. Yeah, even the texture is a little bit more detailed because I don't remember these like damaged parts. Oh yes, the update. Yep. It is possible that they updated something, yeah. So hello Chernobyl. Okay, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? Well, this absolutely mesmerizing gameplay is happening. Oh, they released a new gameplay on Little Nightmares 3. I need to watch it later. Much better.
Now, you may well remember that recently I had a mini rant / sad ramble about the tragedy that is the slow death of the Imperial Guard regiments. Also, spoiler warning, this intro is quite rambly, so sorry to the 3 people that don't like that. I'm listening to the majority today, and the Sleep Club don't care either way, so think on that. Anyway, as I talked about the regiments recently at length, I won't repeat myself heavily about that, but the TLDR is the regiments of the Guard were always the heart and soul of the Imperium. They helped to make it feel this broad empire of different human cultures that collectively were doing all they could to stem the tide of Xenos horror and warp nightmares. Now, it's just Cadia, Krieg, maybe a little Kadashan, and yes, rumours about Kadashan could be next for an update, given that they've got their foot in the door. They've had several special characters, so it feels perhaps right that that might be on the cards. Now, surely nobody would complain about the epic Krieg updates. They were indeed fantastic, nor the emergence of the Dawn tank, which, let me tell you, is one of the best tanks in terms of building they've ever produced. It is a joy and easy to build that tank. None of which changes the fact that the once very flavourful Guard now feel a little hollow. Now, my journey with 40k began in an era of 40k that was louder, stranger, far brighter and more vivid than it was grim-dark, and certainly more than it would become. It was a time of blood reds and sunburst yellows, checkerboard patterns, goblin green, and of course, bolt pistols the size of a man's torso. Second edition was what I grew up with, and in many ways it was a different galaxy. It didn't stand where it does now with a slow narrative creep that discusses thousands of years of lore. But all the foundational elements were there. Most important was the fact that of the few characters who did exist, their presence alone made them legendary. Every faction had some defining character who
You also
really
grew
that
up with the
faction
second edition.
distilled to their purest essence, with not a Primarch in sight.
I don't remember
For the
which
Dark Angels, you
edition
had Azrael,
was
Blood Angels, Mephiston or Dante.
the last one
For
I
the
got into
Ultramarines,
Dawn of War 2.
Calgar. The Eldar
Not the
had
Dawn of
more
War 2,
than
Dawn
most
of
to choose
War,
from.
the Dark
Tau,
Crusade, yes.
thankfully, didn't exist. And the Orcs, of course, had Ghazghkull and Makari. To put it another way, it was the age of cardboard dreadnoughts, miniatures that would break as soon as you looked at them, and vortex grenades that were just as likely to kill the thrower and their squad as much as they might the enemy. Flame templates and Terminators that couldn't be killed. It really was a joyous time. But at the heart of the Imperial Guard, there was one main figure. Not Macarius, it was Commissar Yarrick. When I was about 10 years old, there were but a handful of 40k friends to hobby with me, and between us, we focused on our faction of choice. My brother had the Angels of Death, a friend of mine were always Xenos, be it Orc or Tyrannid, I had the Ultras and some Chaos Space Marines, and another friend had the Imperial Guard. And without exception, it was all about Commissar Yarrick. He was the centre of that army, and that was something I saw repeated among many people's armies.
Oh my god,
I don't think it's too much to say that
his
he
head
was
looks
factionally
so
defining.
oh god.
I really feel that that was the case.
Is it like
Because
a
Yarrick wasn't just some
skeleton of
glib
a
sergeant. He wasn't an
Tyrannid?
anonymous,
Oh, like an orc, I
interchangeable
guess?
officer or some
And his
wacky
gun?
meme
Damn.
character like Marbo. Yet he retained the madness
This
of
the
that
old miniature
era,
is
with
quite
his
something.
giant clenched power claw defying all physical practicality, his bionic eye and raging bloody will. Yarrick,
Back when
much
Mini
like
fit
Dante,
Soul.
would endure the additions and time, not because he was grounded or in any way realistic. In fact, I think his legacy endured for the longest time because he wasn't. He represented that thing that I've spoken about so very often, the obviously absurd insanity of 40k, the mad, grim darkness, the bleak humour of a galaxy consumed by war fought at every stratified level. The stuff that is clear and obvious and very much embraced because it's awesome. But that paired with the Guard's defiant essence of humanity's just refusal to die made Yarrick larger than life by his own aesthetic. And so even as the lore grew darker and denser with new alien factions, Yarrick remained. He was the bulwark against the Terror, a relic of an older Imperium, but a linchpin that in many ways defined 40k, even for decades to come. Now, I admit, this might all seem overly nostalgic, rose-tinted romanticizing, but I really think that it's not, because what it is to simply understand that those characters from that age carried forward because they represented this core of what 40k is all about. The despair, the hopelessness for humanity. It's what makes or made 40k so intriguing. Figures of legend screaming into the void. Elite squads, characters and regiments completing the unthinkable only to then be eliminated by the Imperium itself. And just as with the regiments and humanity, for that matter, they must remain. Because when we lose that heart and the soul of humanity, you're just left with the cold atrocity of the Imperium. Yarrick wasn't just another character to be retired, and yet that's what happened. And in the most flippant way possible. Just what was going on with Yarrick had been ambiguous for the longest time, but I would have thought that after decades of presence at the heart of the Imperial Guard, the very least one would have expected for him would be for his journey to conclude with some kind of demise or disappearance that would hit so hard it would resonate and mark the collective memory. If he was truly believed dead, his name would be carved into the planet of Armageddon and a shrine to him upon Terra itself. Or depending on how bleak you want to think, perhaps maybe not. But instead, in the latter half of 2022, a community article boiled down to, yeah, maybe he's dead, we're not sure, but he's definitely gone. And so overnight, a legend of the Imperium disappeared. Now, why did I not make a video immediately at that point in time, Lutin? Fair question. The answer is because very often I don't like to immediately react to things, because when the dust settles and things move forward a little, these things can kind of expand and open up and be a bit better informed, especially when it comes to the lore. Now, I honestly expected some kind of campaign or scenario that was going to follow along and expand upon this. That's kind of why I thought they mentioned it. I didn't think that a 2-minute article would be how Yarrick crashed out of the 40k lore, because a year became 2 and time goes very quickly, and then here we are. Yarrick being written out of the lore in a community post is a disgrace, and although they created a little lore contextual document for it, it amounted to nothing more than, yeah, so basically Yarrick's dead, glory to the Emperor. He deserved a lot more than that, a final campaign, if not a novella. And look, just before anybody calls me out, Dawn deserves that as well. Dawn doesn't deserve like a little footnote. If he's gone, they could write some kind of novella which deals with that, but they haven't done so. And admittedly, the article did go out of its way to highlight that he might not be dead, and given the status of lore canonicity, having him return would be definitely feasible. However, to come back to Dawn again, remember what my main point is about Dawn? The real problem here is not about characters dying.
I like just
or
like
not
how
dying
the
or
camera.
whatever.
I don't know
Maybe
what the
they thought it
camera
was
is doing.
cute to
It
retire
just
Yarrick
moves.
to Legends and just give a little
I
what
guess
if on the way out.
partially I'm
Fine.
just not paying
But
attention.
similarly
This is
to
why it's so
Dawn,
confusing
it
for me.
wasn't much of a what if. They provided this
But,
visual piece of
yes.
Imperial documentation basically stating he's dead. And my whole thing with the lore is, if you have that and you don't have anything else, that's kind of what you have to lean toward. So while as is true in 40k and as is true with Dawn, we can do gymnastics to rationalize his return, and that is just how it is, whether you like it or not. The problem is, once you start doing this all the time with characters going and maybe they're not gone and maybe they are and then they come back, suddenly your narrative has become a soap opera. And that's my point about characters being dead and coming back all the time like Primarchs. It becomes this kind of daytime TV nonsense. Nothing has any kind of narrative weight anymore. Instead of a dark, gritty world that's got real consequences, you're really invested in people, it all just collapses. And that's my fundamental problem with this sort of thing. And that's a fundamental problem with other verses. And that's often what leads these things to undermine and collapse. Once you start going off into multiple realities and all these kind of things, everything falls apart because nobody cares anymore. It doesn't matter. And my classic example is whenever you have some kind of ongoing TV series or show, when a main character dies, you're like, oh, well, they're not dead. They'll come back later. And if you're not careful, if you do that often enough, that's how everything starts to feel. And then nothing has any weight to it. Nothing has any kind of narrative gravitas. And people start to disengage and they get bored because they realize, nothing really matters. At the very least, if you're going to remove such a major figure, give them a short story or a novella, something which defines more clearly their disappearance. Yarrick deserves as much, so does Dawn. So I think the situation as it stands, much like the Guard Regiments, remains just...
It's very funny to him to listen to Luton talk about nothing really like matter, the characters, the important characters not dying. When I cannot talk about it. Anyway, yes, when the time comes, I will talk about it, but I cannot talk about this right now.
Unacceptable.
Yes,
More unacceptable even.
That's all I'm
than
going to leave you
releasing
with.
a new epic-looking named Krieg commander, but giving him a las pistol. A las pistol as their primary ranged weapon. Not even some custom, ultra-precise, hot-shot las pistol. A basic las pistol. I'm not letting this one go, because when I build that bloody model, I'm 100% putting a plasma pistol on him, and I don't care, or some other custom creation. Now, in saying that, people can be very passionate about any kind of change, a shortcoming, some feel
Nice
passionate about
horsey?
just minor
You mean
adjustments to
nice
stories
homes?
or worlds that they're engaged with. Now, for better or worse, I generally struggle to get...
Okay, thank you, Lutin, for entertaining us while this beautiful game was unraveling itself. Okay. Holmes. Who that was?
Reporting. All enemy vessels destroyed. When will these upstairs get a message? You attacked a rogue trader, he'll be floating in the void like a dead rat in the lower decker soup.
Is it a reference to that scene with the mold, I wonder? Who are they?
Well coordinated, well equipped, signatures encrypted. Those weren't some nameless void rebel. They were professionals. Mercenaries, Lord Captain.
Mercenaries! Mercenaries. Who also employed mercenaries? Ah, the prefect of administratum. Oh, that's interesting. It's quite interesting. How did he know where we were? The Vox relays the sound of hearty spitting.
Traitors! Some of them had infiltrated the crew. A dozen wardsmen, a few officers, and thrown even one astropath. That eyeless scumbag sent his mates as systems coordinates when we arrived. Their ships must have been patrolling this region in hopes of discovering leases.
And where are the two traders? I wish to interrogate them.
The master at arms handled the interrogation personally, and she managed to break the most resistant ones. In short, we learned that they wanted to destroy part of the Titan retreat. Strange behavior for pirates, wouldn't you agree? The last one sped out a cryptic warning along with his entrails. By the time you get back to Darkness, it will be too late. I don't know what it means exactly.
They wanted to destroy a part of the ties? Ah. Okay. And what of the barges?
Successfully translated into the warp and are now on their way to the designated coordinates, Lord Captain.
All right, report received. We are moving out. Marshal Drax must be told about what happened here. I'm definitely saving right after this. Yep. Also, yep. Let's not have to change the difficulty to daring. Oh, I could use one war point. Okay, we're fine. It's not an actual encounter.
Urgent report, Lord Captain. The barges carrying the dice have been seized and are heading off in an unknown direction. Multiple sources are watching the flagship at once. I detect the signatures of several noble houses and the administratum.
Who dares seize the sacred ties?
We are getting reports of it being an order of the Adeptus Administratum. We have received several official forms to the effect that Darganus orbit is currently deemed unsafe for the TIE storage due to an unspecified threat that has sprung up on the world in your absence. And what do the noble houses want?
The Vox is silent for several minutes.
The message had no discernible structure or cause. Professions of loyalty, audience requests, even pleas for leniency. One thing is clear, Lord Captain. Something has agitated the upper echelons of the nobility. In other words, they're scared. And what does the administrator message say? You are requested to come to the Palace of Justice in person. The Prefect speaks of a terrible heresy that is threatening the One Valancius Protectorate. While we were away, steps were taken to prevent the spread of the corruption. However, your presence is required to make the final decision. Prefect Vulture will meet you in person for a confidential conversation. What do you say, Solomon? It seemed the law faltered on Darganus as soon as its master left it unattended. The disjointed reports from the ground sound strange, if not outright suspicious. But only you can put an end to any heresy on your own planet. You are right. Victus, prepare a shuttle for me in my retinue.
So is it... Oh my god, so many icons. Okay. Oh, we are going to be in the Palace of Justice. Interesting. Prefect Inscriba Vulture raises her eyes to you.
Oh, traitor von Valancius, welcome back to the Palace of Justice. What is happening on Darganus? What is the cause of the panic? And why this private conversation?
Oh, are we online? The Twitch channel just Twitch chat just reloaded. Let me check. That connection is fine. It is fine. Okay, that was weird.
That is why you are here, is it not? To learn why the world is distressed, why the air is charged with Vox transmissions. If any administrator was the station would be concerned. Disruptions to established processes always lead to... well, no matter.
The Prefect peers at your face. Her voice sounds strange, deeper, calmer, less cantankerous than usual. Oh, I like this word. Cantankerous. Also, I have no idea what this means.
Have you ever pondered the nature of heresy? Von Valancius? Perhaps to your mind, heresy is merely limited to Xenos, warp spawn, and insurgents. But there are the heresies whose existence is far more easily forgotten. Those of negligence, of avarice, of confusion and disorder. And what are you getting at? Rogue traitor von Valancius, in accordance with the men...
Of course they betray me. Well, maybe betrayal is the wrong word, but they turn on me. Of course. And it's a fucking marshal. I can see his stupid looking helmet.
In accordance with Amendment to Decree 64-98/DF, issued by the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites, you stand accused of countless heresies that threaten the sacred ties and the well-being of the Protectorate. All related statements have been formulated and evidence to your crimes registered. The proceedings will commence as soon as you and your accomplices present yourself as the accused.
The prefect looks at you with the eyes of a snake.
A trial awaits you, Dove.
This was all one carefully orchestrated spectacle, wasn't it? The prefect, who was about to turn away, stops and glances back at you with a fatigued look.
What?
You wanted to go listen yourself. A foolish mistake, prefect. Your impatience was too obvious. Persuasion test succeeded. Yet another painful crease appears on the prefect's brow. You feel confident that your comment got to her. Oh, I got to the boomer.
I simply wish to do what you, as Theodora's successor, were supposed to do. Protect the sacred ties. There is no point in trying to present my reasonable desire in a damning light.
Your only goal has been to get your hands on the ties from Lysis. Vulture sighs.
Not everyone is driven by greed and thrill-seeking rotator. I see your position has clouded your mind. Regrettable, but unsurprising. Without due discipline in judgment and actions, 'tis only the most likely terminus.
So you twisted my report onto Sarah to paint me as a heretic?
What I did was provide a summary of the result of your expedition. A summary stripped of dubious attributes, such as declarations of good intentions and de-emphasized consequences.
Okay, admit it. You set me up. The prefect's sighs have... She just keeps sighing again and again.
I should have even tried to hear you out, rogue trader.
She gives a nod to the arbitrators, signaling them to escort you to the accused stand. Okay, let's do it. Allow yourself to be escorted to the trial.
So be it. Let's see what you have prepared for me.
The prefect gives a dispassionate nod to the arbitrators behind you and turns away.
In the name of the God Emperor, the Von Valantia's dynasty stands accused of betraying the Imperium.
To the murmurs of all, the prefect picks up a scroll bearing administratum seals.
The trial is public, so that all may see the rogue trader's heresies, and know that status and power are no shield against righteous punishment. Marshal Drax, you have the floor. State the list of crimes against the Lex Imperialis that will be examined here today.
His practice skill Strax's voice reverberates throughout the hall.
Conspiring to steal the sacrifice, undermining the legitimate authorities of the Imperial world, involving sorcery and damage to the ties, conceiving and executing plans to disrupt Sector White tie shipments.
Yawn.
Will this take much longer? That the record showed that the defendant disregarded the opportunity given to him to repent, which only adds to the gravity of his guilt. We will proceed to the examination of the individual heresy committed by the defendant. Conspiring with the captain of the harvest to steal the sacred ties. Upon arriving on Rykard Minoris, the rogue trader aided Captain Sergona in loading the ties onto his ship under the cover of a planetary rite. Von Valancius later eliminated his accomplice, using Adeptus Arbites, forces led by Proctor Ansar. The Proctor attempted to appease the rogue trader's greed by offering the frigate known as the Heartless in exchange for the safety of the ties.
Wait, that's not what happened, right? I didn't conspire with the captain. I just killed him in the fight and that's it. That's just a complete lie, right? Yeah, that's not how I remember what happened at all. She's basically describing the first part of the DLC when we were like fighting on the ship. But there was no conspiracy with the captain. He just tried to launch the ship into the warp without shields. And then we killed him. And then I took the Heartless. So yes, I did take the frigate. And I mean, I guess I eliminated my accomplice, quote unquote, with the help of Arbites. But yeah, okay.
Then, the rogue trader boarded the ship in an attempt to seize the ties. His action led to the death of a squad of arbitrators. Proctor Ansar alone survived the rogue trader's murderous ploy. Von Valancius personally eliminated his accomplice, Captain Sergona, in order to destroy the evidence of his schemes.
The prefect looks up from the scroll and sweeps her indifferent gaze over you.
Do you have anything to say in your defense? You are talking nonsense, with all due respect for Solomon's capabilities. If I had wanted to get rid of him and his arbitrators and steal the ties, there is no way he could have stopped me.
Persuasion test succeeded. A furrow cuts across tracks a brow.
Accepting the threat of the rogue trader on his own vessel would indeed have been an imprudent choice. That and you charge be added to the record, attempting to manipulate an official. Marshal, I hope I do not need to remind you of your duty.
Giving Strax a suspicious look, the prefect turns back to the document. A suspicious look.
According to the calculation of the ties transferred from the Heartless, the Administrator was short 3 units of volume. It is presumed that the rogue trader did not risk seizing more in the presence of the Proctor, but even 1 ounce unaccounted for makes the ties incomplete. Let's move on to Sacera. This warrant underpaid the appropriate ties amount. A crime that should have been remedied by the rogue trader escorting Proctor Answer to the backward world. Proctor, You're here by call to testify. Describe what happened on the planet. When we were right on Sarah, the Rogue Trader and I were drawn into the machinations of the planetary governor. He used sorcery and the Emperor's anointed. The Rogue Trader managed to overcome the effects of the ritual and do battle with the heretic. The governor was executed and we... A lie uttered in the Palace of Justice is a serious offense, Proctor. Later, retrieve recording Sacera-84/Alpha.
Oh my god, look at this dog walking slowly. Importantly, the prefect nods to the marshal, who removes the device from his belt. The press of a button, and Glade responds with a sharp metallic clang. The Cybermassive's paws carry him to Strax. Cybermassive's entire body begins to tremble, his fleet clawing up tiny sparks, and then he projects the picked recording from his eyes onto the floor. The footage depicts a scene from Glade's viewpoint. The quality is terrible, but you can make out the hall where the sculptor is conducting a sinister ritual. You see Maeve interfere with the ritual, and the beam of warp energy connecting the two of you. You hear Solomon's command. The scene changes and you see Maeve, or rather yourself in Maeve's body, wandering through the streets of Sacera. The next clip brings you back to the hall, where Solomon is firing on the altar. The events in the recording are echoed by a dragging pain in your muscles and a fog in your head. Solomon's face turns lifeless, his knuckles white.
I thought my wholehearted loyalty to the Lex was obvious. But you were monitoring me, keeping tabs on me like some kind of outsider. Or like a non-arbitrator. You even dragged Glade into it too. It would have been better if you had installed your damn recording devices on me. As we can observe, Proctor Answer destroyed the heretic altar, and then fired and shoot in which the psycho died. There is not a single shred of evidence that the Rogue Trader actually overcame the sorcery. It is more likely that the person standing before us is a heretic and a creature of corruption. The consciousness in this body is my own. Any psyker capable of mind reading can confirm it.
Okay, we succeeded the test. Strax arches an eyebrow.
You must be confident if you're offering yourself up for examination by Psyker.
Marshal? The old woman stares at the arbitrator without blinking, as if hypnotizing him. Finally convinced that the marshal's conversation was over before it even began, she returns to her papers. The prefect leaves through the few pages in the folder. The court also takes note of the pernicious effects of the Rogue Trader's handling the Emperor's servants entrusted to his authority. Since arriving from Sacera, the Rogue Trader has done his duty by passing judgment on several subjects within the walls of this hallowed hall. The prefect picks up a sheet of notes and wrinkles her nose. In forbidding the doleful host from capturing the choir master, the Rogue Trader confirmed his complicity in the activities of the infamous heretic Conrad Voigtver, to whom the choir master has been relaying messages that had led to mutinies, acts of heresy, and other forms of disobedience. The adeptus arbitres had to step in and execute Omni's parts themselves. Wait. Did that really happen? Or she is just setting up a lie again? I have a feeling no matter what choice we made in the court, even if we sided with... Yes, I did pardon him. Yep. I feel like the whole court sequence was just a setup. I feel like even if I sided with sisters... Wait, not sisters, the cult, the Imperial cult, whatever. she would still twist it against me.
Hero, traitor, exile Cardinal Anwilas from Darkness, so that he would meet his death away from his parish and flock. The ecclesiarchs of the capital world officially condemned his unfair decision, which they interpret as a heretical attempt to weaken Darkness' face through bereaving the planet of a holy preacher. Lord Mollis, deemed to be alive, committed a transgression of soft-heartedness in running his family enterprise. He released all his convicted workers and terminated the contracts with his primary suppliers, citing their moral qualities. His actions resulted in 12 kilotons of undelivered food rations across several recipients.
Damn. Wow, that's turned out pretty badly for you. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's read so funnily.
Yeah, by the way, this guy was too good. First, the administratum is unable to do its duty and ask for help. And now it has the audacity to criticize the verdict of the rotator. Perfect. Your accusations do not merely cast aspersions on the competence of the administratum. They challenge the sanctity of the decisions of the Emperor's anointed.
God, I really wish... I kind of want to pick up the second option, but 40% success chance. You know what? Let's do it.
These cases were under the jurisdiction of the Lex Darkness. Responsibility for the consequences lies within you.
Fuck yes, I succeeded it. I didn't even got achievement.
Your words are true. Crimes committed after a verdict are cause for new convictions, not... Marshal. Enough.
Not a single muscle twitches on the prefect's face. Their eyes blaze with barely suppressed annoyance.
Moving on. The defendant was placed in an unprecedented position of trust by the Adeptus Arbites and the Administratum. He was entrusted with the coordinates of the world, where the ties of the entire coroner's expense were held. As agreed, the defendant was to transport the sacred tribute to Darkness, but what did he do?
The Marshal snaps his fingers over Glata's head. The Cyber Mastiff flinches as if from a bolter snot. Bolter snot? Bolter shot. But obediently plays another recording. You recognize Solomon's voice. Bolter snot.
So, Theodora intended to steal the ties from the start. She arranged the world's...
Very orky, yes.
She arranged the world destruction to cover her tracks, installed a servant to keep an eye on things, and even made a contingency plan in case of her death. All she needed was an opportune moment, like this one. With the expanse being torn apart, the planet's death looks convincing. Tie theft. Orchestrated by Theodora van Valantius, committed by the defendant, witnessed by Proctor Ansar. In addition, the defendant led a fleet of his associates into a classified system, causing irreparable damage to the sacred tribute. As a result of internal squabbling between the ruffians and the defendant, a number of barges were destroyed or stolen. Their total estimated ties volume being the equivalent of 2 decades worth payments from 3 Alpha class executives privatized great worlds.
Oh god, I need to drink. Also, this is so stupid. I protected every barge. This is so confusing. I don't know why the game thinks that I did not protect all the barges somehow. Yeah, we're going to lie here. I'm not going to admit the fact that I decided to appropriate the part of the ties for myself.
I intended to return the ties to the Marshal's drugs in full, regardless of Theodora's plans. On the matter of the sacred ties, they rely on facts, not your words. That Theodora planned to steal the ties is established fact. The destruction of leases is also beyond dispute. To allow you to execute your plan would have been highly imprudent. The sacred ties is not intended to be used by anyone other than Adeptus Administratum, the deliverers of his will.
Drax does not turn to look at Inscrivi, but you have no doubt about whom he's addressing.
The Adeptus Administratum like to attempt our meetings, only oversee the allocation of the ties. I do not need to remind you of that, do I, Prefect?
Vulture sets the pile of papers down heavily on the table and looks around the room.
Well, the proceedings are nearing their conclusion.
The prefect looks around at the nobles of Dargonus gathered in the hall.
The collection of transgressions and heresies that has been brought before this court of the God's Emperor's servants has once and for all branded the rogue trader an abomination, who through all his deeds has sought to satisfy his petty and base desires rather than truly serve him. You are here today to witness the fall of the Von Valancia's dynasty, and the long-awaited punishment that will be served upon it. House of Dargonus, do you reject the authority of this heretic?
The drive stem. But I don't remember this guy at all.
If I might interrupt, Mistress Vulture.
Urban Drivestem, Governor of Dargonus, visibly nervous at the sight of the armed arbitrators, nevertheless raises his head haughtily.
We are much obliged to you for arranging this gathering.
The emphasis on the last words leaves no doubt that the noble's presence at the palace is involuntary.
However, all that has now taken place here does not change the facts. House von Valancius holds the merit of the trade. House von Valancius is the rogue trader dynasty, and no amount of legal contortions will change that. House Drivestem is loyal to the rogue trader.
Oriana Gaprak makes the sign of the Aquila.
No shadow shall fall upon the name von Valancians, or eclipse the radiance of the beneficent rogue trader line. Whatever your mechanical dog may say, House Gaprak is loyal to the rogue trader.
Oh, Versarian. Okay. Clemente Versarian looks straight at you as if the prefect does not even exist. She makes the sign of the Aquila and speaks in a low voice.
House Versarian is loyal to the rogue trader.
Proctor Adriana Yeager. That's the one that was on the storage planet, right? Allow me to address you. Even so, I'm not of the first families of darkness. Proctor Jaeger, Adeptus Arbites, Lysa's outpost. Tav von Valancius made every effort not only save the ties, but also the Arbites contingent station on Lysis. I propose that such an act would have been entirely nonsensical if the Rogue Trader was intent on simply stealing the ties. End of report. Did I rescue arbitrators from Lysis? But I didn't kill them. Yes, I guess that's what happened. Is that what the game considers a rescue? Because we had a direct confrontation, and I just persuaded Arbites not to fight me. That's... Do you call this a rescue? Well, I mean, she's alive because of that, I guess. Well, okay. Prefect Vulture stiffens. I saw what she just heard has come as a very unpleasant surprise. Her slender fingers grip the armrest of her chair, her knuckles cracking. Oh my god, the boomer is angry.
This world and its denizens are rotten to the core.
The prefect draws herself up straight with such force that you hear the arduous grinding of her implants. Her voice is cold and slightly tremulous.
Decree GC-781/89, supplement 982. Ties theft, participation in foul sorcery, and other crimes against the Imperium. Tav von Valancius is sentenced to death. The property of the dynasty is hereby confiscated and placed under the oversight of the Adeptus Administrator. Any last words, convict?
Yeah, we're going full heretic here.
Your evidence, arguments, witnesses, and even the Lex Imperialis are just a pathetic attempt to gain the upper hand over someone like me. There's only one law and expense, and I am it. And I sentence you to death for insubordination.
Arbitrators, the sentence is death. Clear it out.
Oh, she's going to summon the cannon. Oh wait, no? Oh yeah, yes. Ah, the symbol of Imperium is being destroyed. How ironic.
Another annoyance.
You dare cross the faithful?
What the fuck are these lasers pointing at me? Mercenary Beta? Mercenary Delta? Mercenary Zeta? Mercenary Epsilon? Oh, this one is German. Okay, interesting. The barrier has its own health bar, interestingly, which is just 8. Also, there's a cannon that is connected to... Yeah, it's a bit unclear if I can destroy the cannon, actually. And it seems I cannot really go... I cannot really reach Prefect. Alright. Okay, I will say that I like this ending. That we basically
I won't sully
go
myself
against the
with
Administratum and their
that.
BTs.
A wicked thought.
If it serves
I love
your
that once
cause.
again Hendrix has nothing to say. Ah, yeah. Well, on one hand, yes, Kalkazar would kind of care about this. But also at this point, Kalkazar is just... It's Act 4, right? This is the very end. Kalkazar already, like, fucked off to his Necron Tomb World, I think. Right? Because when we reach the footfall, or whatever, footfall, right? He's already... No? But he's not at footfall anymore at this point. When we reach footfall, he leaves his kind butler. So we don't encounter him at footfall. Which I think implies that he, at this point, is already in the Necron world.
This tedium is beneath me.
No? No, I don't think you get a final... I don't think that's what happens. I think when you reach him, you get like into a trap. And then you encounter his butler. And then you can torture the butler, right? That's what like happens. Like, in my case, Marja tortures the butler. I don't think... Wait, what the fuck? Wait! Wait. Oh, oof, I got scared. I accidentally changed the... Why the damage is so small? That's strange.
My faith strengthens me. Pain and duty go hand
Wow,
in hand.
these fuckers deal a lot of damage. Oof. This is not good.
Mark the target. Understood. Follow my lead. Break them around.
Jesus. Oh, these guys are very scary.
have one down.
What the fuck? Okay, Marajai, you are going to have to dodge a lot of. Oh my god, he's already actually kind of hurt.
With grace and manners.
Why am I dealing so little damage? I'm playing on daring. Whoa.
It is handled.
If it serves your cause.
It'd be nice to get a better cover for Elliot.
If I must.
What the fuck? Wait, what? Accusation? Wasteful expenditure of ammunition. Your single target attack must deal at least 3 times the minimum weapon damage? If the guild is proven, at the end of the turn, the weapon of justice will fire this character. If not proven guilty, is killed or fire. What?
I am not your I understand your intent.
Fuck!
Another scar to my collection.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad.
I've drawn it out for much longer.
Oh, fuck. Fuck! Why? Why, game? Oh my fucking god, why did you not? Wow, this encounter is... It's pretty bad. Okay. Ugh.
Oh, what a glorious spectacle of your demise.
Give me strength.
Okay, let me check these guys. They have Armor of Despair. Oh, until they suffer damage from the designated target, the mercenary suffers 80%. Jesus. Okay, that makes things a little bit more annoying. Oh, fuck. Okay.
A genius at work. A wicked thought. What if?
That's Hendrix. Fuck. I did want to do that to Hendrix. Okay, this is the guy who targets her. Wait, what? Is it not for targets her? We missed. Fantastic.
One of us would be enough.
Oh, that was very good. Very good.
The guilty will fall. The order is clear. Follow my lead. My faith strengthens me. Weapon at the ready. Watch the glory of the Imperial.
This tedium is beneath me. If I must. I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Okay. Fuck.
Stay vigilant. Follow my lead.
And your turn adjacent on an ally. Okay.
I will do my duty.
I can regenerate Elliot. That is possible. She blocked. Okay, Marajai. Let's get to this guy.
Watch. With grace of manners.
Okay, this one is down. Alright, good attack! Good attack! I've learned. Oh, allies must gain effects from the abilities at least 3 times? Um, wait, what other abilities I can... I'm not sure that even worked.
The Emperor is on our side.
But of course, Lord Captain.
That worked? Yeah, that worked. Oof. What are these? Fuck! What? What are these weapons? Vindictor's Flamer. Are these the cult? Fuck, I think that's the cult that I decided against in the court. Fuck me.
Schemes with
Alright, Irliet is alive.
a genius.
Very good, Irliet, very good.
Let's see. A wicked thought.
Your and your Cybermastiff must deal the same number of instances of damage. So I need to attack the same amount of times, that's what you're telling me. If I understand this right.
Moving into position.
And then I just attack this guy.
I'll take it as a priority. Let's test our skills, Plato.
What? No, that didn't... Oh, that worked! Okay. The AI was just confusing for a moment. Oh, 15 damage to Marajai. 20 damage to Hendrix! that hurts. 34 to Marajai. Oh, okay.
I understand your intent.
Interesting that after death, Iliad can like mark the praise once again. It was a little bit like cheating, actually.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Secure the target.
32 damage. Oh my god, Marajai, tank it.
Strengthens me.
Can do this.
Focus.
Okay, this is he is actually this he is mercenary that targets him. So let's try to murder these guys.
At your beck and call.
Where is the guy? Oh my god, what is like, what do I have to do? To deal damage to the target, do not deal damage to any other until the target. Okay. Okay, that is, I can do. Okay, this is the guy that targets him, right? I think so.
Build. It is happening.
Okay.
Watch.
Miss. Yes, I'm watching, Marja, how you miss.
I must not falter.
Oh, they're going to burn the doggo. Oh my god, what the fuck is this range? What the fuck is this?
Follow my lead.
Oh my god, Hendrix is really taking it. Oh, that was a good
Scorn the pain. I won't
good
object to
attack.
it.
Counter attack rather.
For the throne's glory. Naturally. Alas, no. I won't object.
Alright, 176.
Weather the storm.
Oh, they only targeted the Glato. Good. What the fuck are these? The noblemen? What is happening? Why am I being attacked by the noblemen? They look so silly too. Like...
What if...
Class traitors. Yeah. Wait! Use a consumable item! Fuck!
You cannot force me, Elantak.
I did not look at the... Fuck! I did not look at the fucking text! Oh! That's me! I have no consumable items. I have no consumable items. Oh my god. Tom, you need to dodge this somehow.
This far.
Later, we're undertaking this task. Hold the formation. Waste of time.
This is really bad.
Stay vigilant.
This is fucking terrible.
My heart sings with the thrill of battle. No weakness is hidden from my sight. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
I'm so confused. What just happened? Why the cannon attacked its own? But like, I guess, yeah, sure, why not?
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. I understand your intent.
Double kill. God, this is very good. This is very good. Okay.
Eyes on the objective.
Damage. And you turn on a cell adjacent to 2 or more enemies. fuck am I supposed to do this? There are only 2 enemies here. Oh, fuck me. Like, how am I supposed to fulfill this shit? I feel like I will not be able to reach these guys. I hate this. What a fucking bullshit.
At your beck and call. It will be done.
And it's going to one-shot him. Wait! He actually... Oh, so he survived. Okay, good. Very good.
I will hold on to my rage.
42 damage. Fuck me. Fuck me, they cannot move. Fuck. What a shit show.
With grace and manners.
It looks like there are so many sources of just... I guess like the cannon is the biggest problem. The fact that mercenaries... You need like target specific mercenaries in order like to deal damage to them. Like yeah, okay, that's very annoying, but sure. But the cannon... Basically one-shotting. All of these guys are against me, right? All these fuckers. Fuck is this? This is encounter. What is this encounter?
One of us would be enough. Let's test our skills, Glato. We've got a job to do, Glato. Even my dog wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that really sucks to have Solomon here. He's just not good at dealing damage.
Follow my lead. To the heretic.
I suck.
Stop trying, monkey.
Wait, I have no oh, I should have reloaded.
You won't escape the Emperor's justice, scum! Brace yourself, Avalon!
At your beck and call.
Victory is imminent.
Ugh.
I will drag you into oblivion with me.
I will savor your delectable anguish.
Don't distract me. You Florian of anguish! What a useless plaything! Broken already.
I yearn for agony.
Kneel before me, plaything!
I need to corner this guy. I need to. I cannot let him to do the range attacks, I think. Okay, Abelard doing his best. Tanking damage.
Let's make it quick.
Okay, very good.
Let's get to it.
A colossal mistake.
Hold on.
We killed the dog.
Savor this pain. You little rage.
Oh, the damage they deal to Iliad is so fucking disgusting.
Arbitrator, what a
Fuck you! Oh my fucking god, what is this encounter? Oh, oh, oh. I think I have to kill the accusers first. Because I think the accuser is the one that controlled the gun?
What? Ha! No! Schemes within schemes. A wicked thought. A genius at work. What if?
Okay, the dog needs to apprehend the accuser, absolutely.
Blato, we're undertaking this task.
Didn't knock
One
him,
of us
unfortunately.
would be enough. By your order. The order is clear. Rejected. Accepted.
Break their morale. Follow my lead.
This is the accuser, right?
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
But can I kill the accuser?
This tedium is beneath me.
No, I cannot. I don't think I can. Fuck.
Ancestors guide me.
Weapon at the ready.
My property.
Securing execution position. Stay vigilant.
What the fuck is this? What? How the fuck? Do I have to like go through one side or something? The Capillary can tank it, I think.
Schemes within schemes. A wicked thought.
If it serves your cause. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
No.
Mark the target.
I don't know who he targeted.
Even my dog wouldn't do that. Let's test our skills, Galato. Clarify your order. Understood.
The guilty will fall.
Galato, we're undertaking this task.
Follow my lead. Just a minor setback. Break their morale.
Another scar for my collection.
This fucking damage is just disgusting. If you do not kill him, Elliot, if you do not kill him, she's not going to kill him. Oh, she did! Fuck yes, fuck yes! That might be the run. That might be the run. Oh, sorry. Need to answer the call. Okay. That's a second guy that needs to die ASAP. No! What? Wait, that's the wrong accuser?
Following procedure.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god!
To my judgment.
And then so Jason turned away.
I will do my duty.
Throne take you.
It will be done.
Behold. It is handled.
He'll probably kill these two BTs. I think. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
I will be your undoing.
Yeah, I need the... Are you... Okay. Yes. Yep. You can't do shit. You can't do shit against fuckers with... Please.
Slow and peaceful
Game.
is the way.
What fucking waste.
Stay vigilant.
Look at this damage. Look at this damage. And I cannot attack them. I cannot focus these guys. Because every fucking mercenary is locked to a very specific character in my party. And like fucking... It's like 70-80% of my party is melee characters. I cannot run across the arena and hit every mercenary, apart because they're also fucking accusers. What an obnoxious encounter. I cannot. I am just... It's just fucking shocking how obnoxious this is. On top of the fact that they just like also throw shit ton of enemies on you.
Nothing stands against me.
I didn't even look at the...
I can make it.
Let's see.
I cannot resurrect. I cannot fucking resurrect Irdid anymore. My like main damage dealer.
A wicked thought. Schemes within the schemes.
Follow my lead.
Yeah, accuse Marajai. Dog is dead.
Their morale. Follow my lead. Death to the heretics. My faith strengthens me. Indeed. At your beck and call.
Pathetic attempt.
It did not start to deal that. Okay. His target is on the other end of the arena.
Behold. Not enough.
That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I misclicked.
It is. Don't get a perfect killing strike.
Eh,
Watch.
So I think you've dealt with a cannon. Zero damage.
Weapon at the
I
ready.
didn't even show damage the second time. Come on, dodge it, cat. Oh god. Hendrixia is just going to die.
I won't object to it. Your reckoning is due.
The consumable item. I do not have a consumable item. Also, who the fuck accused me? Who the fuck accused me? Who is the accuser? I am. Oh, that's Vulture! A Vulture, rather. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm dead.
We need to regroup.
Amazing. It fucking burst Demonet and died. Good job, tough.
I will drag you into oblivion with me.
50 damage. Fantastic.
Follow my lead.
50 damage against Abelard.
Not my
No
birthday.
fucking problem.
Yet.
Insane shit. Absolutely insane shit.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. For fun for Lancius. Indeed.
How many times he'll hit? 0? 0?
I will do my duty.
0? 0?
At your beck and call.
0? 1! Posture check.
I will hold on to my rage.
And you know what's funny? I cannot fucking go for... Maybe I can with this. Ah! You're slay. Good to hear. Good to hear. You know what? I have fucking work to do after this shit. I'm not fucking suffering. Whatever, I don't give a shit. We're just doing this. I don't care. That's like the final encounter that stops me from finishing this DLC, and it's the most obnoxious encounter. Like, I'm trying to compare this. What encounter was worse? And nothing really comes to mind to me.
A wicked thought.
I understand your intent.
Fate claims another one.
Guy for target time is all at the end of the arena. Whatever.
Break them around. I've suffered worse. Follow my lead.
Arbitrators are made of plastic.
Me strengthens me.
Who accused her? This guy accused her, I think? Yep. Why did...
Pay an even greater price.
I am confused. Why the cannon attacked Imperialis? If she killed the accuser? Okay. Ah. You know what? I'm going after Marshall. Whatever.
Try harder. With grace and malice.
Sustain critical injuries.
Don't distract me.
But the legs.
Oblivion approaches. I'll revel in yours.
Just going to attack this guy. Whatever.
For the throne's glory. I won't object to it.
Alright, let's go with the high momentum, sure.
Inquisition sends their regards.
But of course.
What if... Let's see... A genius at work.
So I have only one target, I think. Yeah. Oh well.
I will not. You cannot force me, Elantok. If it serves your cause. I move swiftly to strike.
Oh, that guy's so far away.
The order's clear.
Follow my lead.
Oh wait, I think I could kill him actually. Fuck. Okay, whatever.
Great Emerald. For the glory of the Imperial.
That is beneath me.
My place is at the hall. It will be done. That's not the Seneschal's job.
I'm not a vessel for pain. I am its master. It would be beneath me to even attempt it. No. And why would I do that? I will herd the prey. Kneel before me, prey thing! I must not falter.
That was that attack. That was weird. That didn't look like a flamethrower at all.
I won't object to it.
Fuck, Bloodletter. Get out of here, Bloodletter!
This one. Nothing stands against me. I feel the power surging. Let's see to it.
Schemes within schemes. Another one is shattered.
Amazing. Killed one demon, created two more.
I hear you moving. No more.
Oh, I didn't even notice I was under. Okay, whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Moving into position.
Fuck.
It won't take long.
Who even taught you to fight like this?
Ah, whatever.
If I must. I will not. I am not your Xenos. I understand your intent.
I need to reload. 2 more enemies. Whatever.
Pathetic attempt.
Nice.
A euphoria of it. I will savor your delectable angry.
Follow my lead.
But of course, Lord Captain.
I like how there is there's a demon of almost every chaos god except for the corn, but I already killed Bloodletter. Very funny.
Behold my artistry!
Oh, I don't think so. I'm done playing with you. Slow and painful is the way. I yearn for agony. With grace and malice.
Wait, he has new combat barks? I didn't even notice.
What if?
I'll take it as a problem.
Is slow and painful the way new? Okay.
Swift and silent. This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause, you cannot force me
Oh,
along
yes, I need to reload. Double kill, very good. And then the cannon still shoots.
I will herd the prey. Don't
Okay, where is the last enemy? Oh, okay, that's the last enemy. Ah, the fearful boomer. Prefect Vulture kneels before you. Scores of fragile implants all over her body are twitching convulsively. giving her the appearance of a crushed insect. Marshal Struck's gaze is as firm as ever. Not one muscle quivers in his hard exterior. Even in cornered defeat, compared to the others, he appears as an indestructible pillar of rock. The prefect lets out a cough. Then an unnerving smile appears on her lips.
I at least had to try. I served in Van Valencia's protectorate faithfully for over 100 years, painstakingly cultivating order where others had failed to do so. While you and your ancestors sowed anarchy and havoc with your ever-changing whims, I stood on as a linchpin that kept this domain from sinking into criminal disarray. It was because of me that this gargantuan system continued to function with barely a flaw. The only source of disruption was you, the rogue trader. Yes, I at least had to try. Try what? To take my protectorate for yourself? The protectorate isn't yours, and it never was. Have you not read your own variant? Even once?
Quite possibly.
Every conquest, every planet claimed by a rogue trader belongs to the Imperium. You are supposed to act as its vassal, nothing more. The rogue traders are incapable of efficient rule. All that drives you is your craving for profit and reckless exploits. The limitless potential of the Protectorate is wasted in the hands of spoiled fools. And I am tired of watching you desecrate the very foundations of the Imperium. If it weren't for you, the Protectorate would be operating for the good of the throne as impeccably as a step-in machine of the Omnissiah. You have forgotten your place in Scribia. You must be stopped under the defaults to me. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Only the guilty try to defend themselves, whereas I acted in the interest of the Imperium. Such a shame that some things cannot be set right by bureaucratic means, and that the short-sightedness of certain people serving in adjacent divisions.
She pauses meaningfully, watching the Marshal knit his brows.
So often becomes an insurmountable obstacle. Prefect Vulture. For attempting to slander and kill one of the Emperor's anointed, and for encroaching upon the Imperial ties, I hereby sentence you to death.
And Scribia Vulture gives no reply. She meets her death with her head proudly raised and her lips pursed in contempt. You had a good run in Scribia. As the weapon roars and Scribia Vulture's body is reduced to dust. Without waiting for you to dress in, Marshal Strax does not bleed so much as give you an order.
Let me off. Now that the dust is settled, I can see clearly everything. Water used me and the Adeptus Arbitrage in an attempt to seize total control over your Protectorate. I thought my actions were in service to the Rex, but in truth only one person has ever benefited from them. That mistake deserves no pardon, and I have earned my punishment.
Yeah, we're just killing him, whatever. Ah, Marshal Drax! By enabling its creepy vulture's machinations on your watch, you have demonstrated criminal ignorance and laxity. I hereby find you deserving of death! The Marshal brings a closed fist to his chest and says solemnly,
Your judgment is final. I have fought to protect Lex Imperialis and let him forth its word. I have erred in my duty. Death does not frighten me, but I must ask you one thing of you. Find your beating a better marshal.
Strax sets his shield down, detaches his carapace, and places it over the shield. Now clad only in his undersuit uniform, he looks smaller without his armor and very tired.
I, Marshal Gregorus Strax, am stepping down from my post. I am no longer fit to wear this armor. May its new wearer bring honor to the Lex.
I do feel kind of bad for him, but you know. The Marshal meets his death with dignity, standing tall as befits an arbitrator. Decoppification proceeds, yes, pretty much. A flash of Melta imprints his silhouette on your retinas. When you open your eyes again, Gregorus Strax' eyes gone. The rest of the room stands still. All eyes turn to you. The final verdict. What you say next will decide the fate of not just the Adeptus Arbites, but of justice in the Coronis Expanse as a whole. I'm sorry about the melt. It is very funny, yes. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay. Honestly, at this point, yeah, I think it is time for total decoppification. By my right as a bearer of the warrant of trade, I hereby disband the Adeptus Arbites. All members of this organization are henceforth outlawed and stripped of the right to judge my subjects. From this day forward, the Coronis Expanse has been but one executor of judgment and law. Me, Tav von Valancius. Solomon goes quiet as a statue. Slowly, in a voice that does not sound like his own, he says,
Order received, Rogue Trader.
Justice is done. My judgment is made. Among the broken fragments of the great scales and the burning Arbites banners, the people kneel as one. The verdict has been announced. Whatever the future may hold, one thing is certain. The Coronis Expanse will not be the same. I like the burning paper effect. That's very good. Opinionless Henry's just vibing. Yep. Yeah, look at this. It looks so good.
They will see. Oh yes, they
Over there.
will see.
Well, I think that was the end. One more cutscene. Solomon, his weapon lying beside him, stares silently at the dying flames and at what until recently symbolized the triumph of the Lex Imperialis. His eyes are as dark and fathomless as the ocean. You defended me at the trial!
I'm tired of being used as
Oh
a
my
weapon.
god, he's voiced.
Not a weapon of the Lex Imperialis, but of specific people. They have used me against you time and time again, and I'm sick of it. Look, I'm sorry. I know I've apologized before, but this is different. Before, I felt ashamed and disgusted with myself for lying to you, for hurting you. I wanted you to punish me. But now I'm just sorry
Romance
and
music.
very sad that I did all that.
Kiss him.
I forgive you.
Thank you. You know, you made a poor first impression on me. Terrible, in fact. I thought you were arrogant, behaving as if you were above every law. An upstart wearing another's regalia, and not a very clever one either. How could I have been so blind?
Ho 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 ho.
I have a debt from Thassaron to
Hello,
repay.
double dot. Hello, hello.
I believe I owe you a dance.
Dancing in the midst of a smoldering ruins is just my style.
Solomon pulls you toward him, his hands as hard as stone, but his touch full of trepidation and tenderness. As you stare into each other's eyes, the flames blur, turning into glowing streaks, and soon it is just you and him in a whirling vortex of fire.
I've never come close to saying anything as crazy as this in all my life. But I think I'm head over heels in love with you.
Oh. They didn't dance. They. Oh no, no. They. All right. Oh my god, the cutscene. Okay, now that's the end, I assume. What? They robbed Cabela so much. Cabela didn't get like a fucking 1/5 of what Solomon got. This is so funny. Okay, I'm going to like travel a little bit and check if there are like events. Maybe? But I assume not. I assume that was the end of the DLC. Yeah, that looks like it. Okay, let's talk to Solomon maybe. I'm surprised he did not confront me about disbanding their BTs. He's ready to become a sugar baby. Yes, yes, pretty much.
Rogue trader.
Okay, I have questions about what transpired at the Palace of Justice.
Understandable. That trial was unprecedented, as was its ending.
How is Gleito? Have you already had the recording device extracted?
I've decided not to subject him to yet another procedure. The protocol that was making him conduct surveillance has been stopped after all. We might have need of this function someday, but for now, it has been disabled until the void within.
I know you had great respect for the Marshal. His crime must have come as a blow to you.
Gregor Strax used to be an outstanding servant of the Lex Imperialis, and I still cannot understand why he failed to recognize Voltur as an enemy.
Oh, she's Voltur, not Vulture.
I'm inclined to believe that Strax had grown too distant from the Lex Imperialis. The letter of his law holds all the answers and solutions, but Strax faltered in his judgment and turned to Voltur for advice. His waning faith made him blind and led him to a predictable and ignominious end.
Ignominious. How's this word?
So do I. Do you wish to talk about something else?
Okay.
You know where it's...
Yes, I do know where to find you. Well, that concludes the DLC. Honestly, it was quite good. I enjoyed the progression. Yeah. The romance was surprisingly elaborate. It actually felt like a romance in comparison to Cabela, so they definitely improved in this regard, and I am pleasantly surprised also by the likability of Solomon. Yeah, the only low point was the final encounter. Like, honestly, this, it's just, I am in shock. Just so many elements that they just throw at you that like are so obnoxious. Yeah, that final encounter was probably the worst part, and which is kind of sad. I remember how you hated on him every opportunity before the DLC. Listen. The beautiful typos as usual. So yeah, this DLC, I honestly, I think I like it even more than... That's so weird to say, because I was not looking forward to this DLC at all. Right? I was like only kind of interested in the story. Yeah, so you could say this DLC kind of met my expectations and even more, actually. Damn, alright. I was very grumpy. I was not looking forward to Solomon at all. And yes, here we are. So yeah, now I enjoyed returning to this game, always. I guess the real critique is that not a lot of companions' reactions. The Henriks, Marajai, that part was definitely lacking, unfortunately. But yeah, it was still very good. Very, very good. So, looking forward to Trazen DLC. Yeah, I am very curious what they're going to cook with Trazen. Yeah. Right. Thank you everyone who stopped by. I will see you on Thursday. Maybe with some indie game. Maybe I will start the expedition. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, yes. Thank you. I'll see you on Thursday. And have a great rest of the day. Lodge. Not only 10 minutes at the end. It's alright. You skipped a lot of pain and suffering that I had to go through. Yeah, that was definitely not the good part. Anyway, bye bye.